Hello everybody, today we're doing some more Subarashiki Hibi. Now, I found something really interesting. I was doing some research on Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus today because I was bored as fuck. So, I found something that may explain the event where Yuki finds when Yuki finds Zakudor's phone in episode 2 when she's doing the investigating, and then there was just that one really shocking moment. She tries to call Zakudor's number. Oh god, it's in her fucking house, the phone. And ironically, the hair is taken out. But there was a form that was incomprehensible that we couldn't find. Now, I think that form is Takuji because of the fact that humanity couldn't comprehend the fact that he was the savior. So, the reason why I think this is because of the Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus stuff. There's a theory that says that, this is just my understanding, I'm not really sure, and I half-assed learning it. I didn't really have much time to do it, so sorry if it's a bit wrong. But, so with language, we assign meaning to an object because of the fact that, well, the reason an object has meaning and the reason an object or word in a language has significance is because humanity has collectively agreed on the significance of that word, really, and it's been something that has evolved. It's not, and obviously the significance of one word could change within places that it's used in or situations, especially if one term has multiple meanings. But the reason why I think this is relevant is because of the fact, let's say for example that my computer mouse, if we didn't know what this computer mouse is, how would you categorize it? How would you define it? How would you comprehend what it does? Like, because of the fact that we collectively as human beings know what the mouse does and what it what its existence helps us do. Because of that, we know the meaning of what it actually is. But the thing is, this is why I think it was Takuji, because maybe it's as if humanity, and remember the dimensional talk that Takuji was doing in chapter 2, that was the second time Yuki came over to Takuji when she was hanging out in the pool area that he does. It was as if Takuji, being the savior, was in a higher dimension of humanity than humanity. I mean, for example, infinity is a concept that I think Wittgenstein thought that infinity is a concept that should not really, it's just a concept that is too broad for human understanding to fully make sense of just because of the nature of our lives. But I suppose we can still theorize about it, but we can never understand it. And I think what this story is trying to make clear is that Takuji, because of the fact that he is the savior, it's as if he's transcended human understanding and he can actually feel as if he's understood infinity. The only thing is, though, I put key emphasis on the word feel. Yeah, you really think he actually does? I mean, it's probably just a deluded state that has been given to him as a result of all of the nightmares that have been occurring. And obviously, dee-doo-doo. Yeah, so that's what I think. So maybe it could be the guy. And also, this is the thing. I mean, if Takuji's the savior and if he's the god of the world, because in the backlog, I swear I remember stuff saying about the fact that Takuji does have potential godlike power if he is the one who can control the world, so much so that he can return it to the sky. If he is the god, could that potentially mean that he has control over what particular things mean, what particular associations can be assigned to somebody? Maybe he can change, for example, which qualities somebody called Kagami would have, and maybe that's how Kagami had quite literally gone from a human being into a bunny rabbit doll. I don't know though. It's really odd. It's so weird. I mean, there was always that feeling of the fact that somebody was interfering with the plot and somebody external was doing it as well. It wasn't anyone that Takuji knew about. Obviously, my number one suspicion would be Ayana. Maybe that could be an indication. Right, I'm going to just reread this because I kind of skimmed over this. I wanted to go to bed. So, yeah. Yeah, but that's really unusual. I mean, the fact that he will bring the end sky to a return and, But the only thing is I just don't really understand. Why does he suddenly feel as if he has control over the world? I get that he's deluded, but why do his delusions kind of come true? That's what I want to know. Why and how? Yeah, this reminds me of the Wittgenstein ideas as well. I didn't really look into this one much. I need to. I really, really need to. No, wait. I swear it was infinity. It was neither a state of living nor death. That was what was summarized about it. I can't remember, though. I need to look into it more. Yeah, but that's really interesting to think about the fact that this journey here, it's as if it's such a delusional journey of discovery. And I find it funny to think about the fact that to discover the nature of the person who was delusional, you have to be delusional yourself. But what's horrible about Takuji being delusional is the fact that he may be delusional, but at the same time, he's kind of becoming a better person at the moment. At the moment, obviously. Obviously, that completely goes out of the window when his feelings for Zakudou probably go really strong, and obviously he starts committing murder as a result. But, I mean, here, Zakudou was someone who he'd betrayed, who... Oh, yes, I'm so happy I thought about that. Yeah. Where's your doo-doo? Takuji. This is so applying to Takuji. Seriously. Yeah. I'm so happy I remembered that thought. Because this is the thing, I think about this story a lot. Because I don't have anything else to think about. So, I mean, there's so many things I think about, but then I forget that could potentially be key. Humans call me, isn't that interesting? No, they don't. You're just deluded. Yeah, but that is interesting. I mean, you feel pity because of the fact that you haven't been able to do something to save another person. Because of the fact that you're the savior. Fear is not an emotion that is something that you should have. Because, like Didudu said, it clouds the mind, beckons the worst possible outcome. Yeah, but that's so interesting, yeah. It's as if he was submerged in an extremely viscous liquid, as if someone externally controlling the world was telling him that he should not run from this. And maybe all of these delusions, it was as if... Well, funny that the delusions have stopped now. For whoever is controlling Takuji's mind, let's be honest here, they are punishing him extremely. So obviously then we need the question of why are Kagami and Tsukasa creepy? And you are the cause of all evil. What did Kagami mean when she said that? Yeah, totally. Yeah, he was immature. I totally see that. Yeah. Yeah, he does have a point, to be honest. I can see that. Yeah, but it is interesting that he's very fatalistic as well. I wonder why that is. But by who, though? Yeah, but isn't that interesting? Yeah, but isn't it interesting to think about the fact that Zakudo is so obviously suffering, but at the same time Takuji's happy because of the fact that he can see her within a two-dimensional form? I mean... Yeah. I mean, that is Zakudo's voice there, but it is interesting that she really doesn't care as if the world is destroyed. I mean, I just seriously wonder what Usami and... Usami, is that it? Yeah, because same surname as Renko from Toho, really? I don't know. Something like that. And Ayumi as well. Yeah, I can't tell if that's Sakudo's voice or not. Well, no, of course it is. It's gotta be. Yeah, but it's so twisted to think about the fact that he can see Zakudo on his computer anytime he wants, but at the same time, I mean, it is love, and it's a good thing that he is able to see his lover, but at the same time, is it really a good thing? She is so obviously suffering. I mean, I get that that's just a representation of her, but still... Who made that footage as well? That's a really good question. Yeah, fair enough. After I removed the piece of flesh from the cell phone, I started investigating the information on it. Yeah, God, I remember he was properly losing his composure. Fucking hell. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? And I just find it really funny to think about the fact that whenever he is very frantic, I mean, of course he would be frantic. Firstly, it stunk like a slaughterhouse, and also, I mean, he really could have prevented a sight as disgusting and sad like that from happening. Yeah. After I removed the piece of flesh from the cell phone, I started investigating the information on it. Yeah. Interesting that he says flesh as well. Don't you just think that really exaggerates how disgusting it is? I wasn't used to this phone, but as the saviour, I could easily make use of any device. False sense of confidence, let's go. While looking through the past threads on the message board, I opened up Takashima-san's sent messages. I wonder what she was talking about and who she was talking to. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I looked at her sent items. What's this? Suspicious. It was definitely suspicious. Because that message was... Oh shit, it's this one. Yeah. That's so interesting. Yeah, through death I have been reborn as a warrior. Or so they said that, but it hurts. I have no body, but it still hurts. It hurts because I've been broken. Yeah, therefore, everyone must die. You will die in 8 days. All of you will die. Huh? Yeah, it's so odd. It really is. What is this? I stayed calm and soon realised what was suspicious. Isn't it interesting to think about the fact that he is really calm, and he is very sane. He's too sane, actually, if you ask me. But the only thing is, the only reason he's calm is because he's deluded. It's so weird, and it's so opposite to what you normally would have expected from somebody who is delusional. I stayed calm and soon realised what was suspicious. What? This was sent to... This is strange. Yeah, Takashima-san committed suicide on the evening of July the 12th. This message was sent at 10:44 p.m. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this message was definitely sent after death because she killed herself around sunset time. What does that mean? Subject, no subject. Gotta love it. I stayed calm and quickly figured it out. It's so interesting, this. I mean, we can definitely tell from this that Takuji is ridiculously clever, but the only thing is obviously he just has so many mental problems that prevent him from really showing his intelligence. I stayed calm and quickly figured it out. That means Takashima-san has been sending these messages after her death. Yeah. Yeah. I see. So that's why Takashima-san came to me last night. An analytical mind. A normal human would never notice this. That is actually a good point. I do see what Takuji's saying there. So she came to me in order to send this message. Yeah, no, that's interesting, because if Sakudor's ghost genuinely is here... But to be fair, it is really weird if somebody else is in on the conspiracy, because firstly, who? But secondly, I mean... Well, no, this could have just been a message that was going to automatically send, but at the same time, how could Sakudor predict that her phone wouldn't be broken after the suicide? I don't know. I feel like there's someone else in on this. I really, really do. Yeah, but I can totally see why it would hurt, because of the fact that even though she has no body, Takuji is not going to be... Well, he's not going to be loving her. That's the case. Yeah, because she has been broken. I totally see that, yeah. So she came to me in order to send this message. Because I accidentally stole her phone. Sorry about that. Huh? I was a little shocked when I saw who she was sending it to. Yeah, why are there so many recipients? The recipients were still in the history. It was simultaneously sent to 158 people. Yeah, funny that. How many people were in the underground message board, I wonder? What is this? This number is... You're awfully mischievous, Takashima-san. The number of people she sent the message to was the exact same as the number of people registered on the underground message board. I don't think she sent the message, of course she didn't. I mean, obviously, Takuji is delusional and he doesn't really... Even though, obviously, he's having a rational head, he is not looking at reality, rather because of the fact that he feels as if he is a god. He feels he's transcending reality, so as a result of that, he feels he can interpret the information with his own... with his own outlook on it, really, let's be honest. And it doesn't matter whether it's real or not, because he feels he has superiority and he controls what's right and wrong and what's a limit of reality and what isn't. Which means Takashima-san looked at the register on my computer. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and used that to send a message to all these people. Yeah, but isn't it interesting that, I mean, obviously, Takuji's thinking of how it has happened, but at the same time, he's never thinking of why and why that sudden change to Sakudor occurred. Oh, wow. You know, this is a violation of their privacy. Though she is a ghost. yeah, I guess she doesn't care about anyone's privacy. But I'm no longer a normal human, so you can't do stuff like that anymore. I'm the saviour. Even if she is a ghost, I can't let her do something like that to me. That's interesting. Oh.
やりたいことがあるなら僕に相談してくれればやっておくからってさ。
Next time we meet, I'll have to scold her. She can come to talk to me if there's something she wants to do. Yeah, fair enough.
とりあえずこのメールを
And then you just do exactly. I mean, to be fair, I suppose Takuji is the owner of the site. He does have that. I mean, obviously, it's fucked up enough, completely destroying people's privacies and completely making it so that so that this is as scary as possible. But at the same time, I mean, it is. Yeah, it's reasonable. Anyway, maybe I should send this message again. I sent the same message to all the same addresses simultaneously. Yeah. Yep. It is really interesting, if you ask me, the fact that this feels like information that it's just really, really coincidental, because what happens is Zakuro makes it so that it's as if this information here, it totally lines up with everything that Takuji is saying and everything that Takuji has done to completely ignore and neglect Zakuro. But that's the weirdest thing. It's just really, really odd to think about the fact that I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I changed it to say 6 days instead of 8. It's important for the saviour to pay attention to detail. Yeah, reasonable. Oh, yeah, interesting, this. And then Akasaka, Kitami, and Tachibana. Tachibana, huh? Agreed, yeah, totally. Yeah, in a way, Tachibana is the guiltiest of them all. But you could also say she's a victim. But that's why she's the guiltiest. Oh yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, only those who have been bullied themselves can understand, but it can get bad enough to make someone sell out their own friends in order to escape. And that's exactly what she did, yeah. It's horrible. I wonder if I should drive her into a corner too. Yeah, I mean, of course he will. If anything, he's going to drive her into a corner the most. I guess I can ask Takashima-san. More importantly, the one who definitely can't be forgiven. Yeah, reasonable. Yeah. I mean, I do understand this. I do understand the fact that obviously Zakuro felt pain. But the only thing is, I mean, ghosts aren't sentient. Ghosts don't send text messages. So I just don't really understand how the ghost has sent anything. I.e., it's probably just an automated message that shows that she was feeling so much pain in her life that she's going to be reborn, and she's going to be reborn as a ghost and killed after she's been killed, and she will still feel pain. She won't die a peaceful death. Maybe that's it. I feel like that was an automated message. So I feel like all of this plan and all of Takuji's goings on, they basically pivot on a condition that is kind of luck based, i.e. will the phone break or will it not? Sunagawa, as a teacher, she has the responsibility to help Takashima-san. Yeah, I have to give those three a different punishment from the rest. Yeah, experience what Zakuro has experienced. Yeah, a punishment called fear. Yeah, you're bullying the bullies. What does that make you? How much better are you than the bullies if you're then bullying them? Because what Kimika was saying, obviously ditching your friends and ditching your morals in order to make it so that you get along with the bullies, sure, but this is another aspect that Takuji's doing. He's making it so that his morals are ditched, obviously, and he's also making it so that he's going to become a bully. So, I mean, I get that he's a victim and the bullies are bullies, but is there really much difference? Because, let's be honest, actually, now that I think about it, all bullies are victims to something, because there's nobody who just feels like bullying. There's always something that's going on in their home life that will cause them, that they're a victim of, to cause them to start bullying. So, in this, I mean, you could think that all of the people here are victims. So, yeah, reasonable. So, Takuji's just doing what bullies do. But obviously, he's doing it to bullies rather than other people. So I suppose it is different, but at the same time it's kind of similar. Yeah, totally. That's what I will give for them. Yeah, totally. Luckily, I have all of their email addresses. They're all registered on the underground message board. Now then, what message did I send to them? Reasonable. I probably shouldn't overthink it. Something simple will be scarier. Yep, and this is where the endless cycle of revenge begins, because let's be honest, by seeing the amount of fear that Takuji has, and by seeing these horrible, horrible bullies just completely cower in a bad situation, he is going to love it. He's going to want more. He really will. That's right. I gave it a few minutes thought. Probably just a few minutes. I don't know how long I spent thinking of it, but anyway, this is what I sent to those three. Yeah. It hurts. That's what I sent them. But just sending it would be boring. Yeah, totally. That's... Yeah, I thought so. I set up my computer to automatically send them the same message every hour. My computer would use Takashima-san's email address to send them that scary message once an hour. Yeah, I agree. It would be, yeah. To be fair, they do deserve it, but yeah. Yeah, and this is where Takuji is really, really losing his moral conscience, because, let's be honest, I mean, this is the worst thing. It's a really tricky situation, because he loves Zakudo, and he's really annoyed at the fact that he hasn't done enough for her. So instead of... Well, he just feels as if he's compelled to do something because he didn't do enough, and look what happened. She literally killed herself. This is the first game. Yeah, totally. Oh, I see. The game those dumb bitches played with Takashima-san. It's the same game, but better. Yeah. Hope you guys have fun. Totally, yeah. Now it's your turn to be played with. Yeah, after that I looked at the message board. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what Takuji's reaction about it is going to be. I also really wonder I just wonder how he's going to kill Tsubasa, by the way. I really am interested. I guess her death and the ensuing messages from her had quite the impact, since the message board was full of posts about it. Now that I think of it. Oh! Shiroyama died too, and he even fell from the roof. I hadn't noticed at all. The date was July the 10th. No! He died from that! What a fucking idiot! Oh well, yeah guys, yeah, let's do LSD on the roof. He died from doing What a fucking idiot. Oh, yeah. These guys are all manly. Do they have brains of men, though? No. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, totally. They were talking about whether they were going to do LSD or some hallucinogen like that. Yeah, totally. Did he jump while he was high on that stuff? What a fucking idiot. Isn't that interesting? So that was a coincidence. I'm happy that that was a genuine coincidence. God. Coincidences barely ever exist in mystery-related settings. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter all that much now. But it's probably just a coincidence, but Shiroyama and Takashima-san both died. To the ignorant masses, it must have looked like the deaths were related. Yeah, now he's going to use that to his advantage, I bet you anything. Coupled with the messages from Takashima, it seemed even more ominous to the people on the message board. Yeah, totally, because people are ignorant. They have had the same causes of death, just in other parts. I always thought that the murders started with Shiroyama and then Zakuro, or suicides or whatever. Well, I mean, technically, the LSD was a suicide. I mean, obviously it was an accident, but it was technically a suicide because he did it of his own will. No, but at the same time, he wasn't of a sound mind. Well, yeah, I mean, if he was of a sound mind, of course he wouldn't do something like that. God, what a fucking idiot. I wish Nishimura and Namada had some sort of accident as well. They deserve it. Yeah, God, he's totally getting a kick from this. As I read more, I realised something. Huh? Yeah. Actually, I forgot. Takashima-san was registered on this message board too. After registering, she never posted until just before her death. Yeah. I guess that's hardly surprising considering her personality. And yet... Oh, yeah, that's interesting because this is something that is totally relevant to Zakuro. And this is something that Takuji hadn't posted himself. Big hazard is coming. Yeah, this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but that is interesting. I mean, but the only thing is, I don't really think that Zakuro wrote this. I mean, Ridudu. Look at who Ridudu is. There was one of the people was saying there were two people who were enthusiastic on it, and then there was one person who didn't want to do the suicide whatsoever. You know, fear is a monster that beckons the worst possible outcome. What if the worst possible outcome is actually the best possible outcome? But yeah. I just really doubt that this was something that Zakuro posted. Yeah, I don't know. The sealed Nevis uses a specialized physics bug, i.e. an outer magic dark summons bug, to plant negative thoughts in the human race. This is the true nature of the battle between the dictators and tyrants of the world. Hitler, Genghis Khan, Mario, Antoinette, and etc. And us, the peasants, the revolutionaries, the proletariat. Shiroyama Tsubasa was infected by the specialized physics bug. Yeah. The Nevis used him to degrade me, the phenomenon of inducing a low energy state with a negative energy blast. And the reason is because the Nevis will soon awaken. Dick hazard is coming. Sorry, I just had to. A great disaster will occur. Yeah, that's interesting. The negative energy blast related things. I don't really understand that. I mean... So, Tsubasa, because of the fact that he's one of the most shit people you could possibly think of, he was infected with a negative physics bug that made it so that his thoughts were automatically negative, and all of the people around him in the friend group were just encouraged to be as bad. Well, Nishimura. Nishimura is literally worse than Tsubasa. What am I even saying? But still, I mean, Tsubasa would make everything worse. He's always the king and the top dog of the group. I feel like Numada would probably be the top dog of the group once Tsubasa was killed. But that's interesting. So the Nevis, whatever the Nevis is, the thing that infects somebody with a specialized physics bug, I think this is basically saying the suicide resulted in the induction of a low energy state because of the fact that she was having negative things that were happening to her. Maybe Megu and Satoko being the usual bitches they are. Wait, no, they stopped the bullying. This is after the fall incident on the rooftop. So I don't really understand why Tsubasa's death would have resulted in Zakuro having a real amount of negative thoughts. It doesn't make much sense. Yeah, but that is interesting, the fact that the Nevis will soon awaken. I mean, what is this thing? A great disaster will occur. She suddenly started a thread on July the 11th. The date was the day before she committed suicide. After that, she posted several more times. Yeah, totally. The thread was full of trolls up until the day of her suicide. Was it all a coincidence? Shiroyama's death. Takashima-san's thread. It is really surprising, yeah. Takashima-san's suicide. And then the messages from Takashima-san. I think they were just automatically programmed to send. I don't think they were. Or someone else is in on this. They're all pointing in the same direction. That direction is toward July the 20th. My mother believed. Takashima-san believed. The world's last day. Though there was a reason my mother started to believe that prediction. When's the Webbot project coming? At the time, my mother had joined a new wave religion. The religion's founder said that the world would be destroyed on July 20th, 2012. What, the White Lotus organization? But why? That's so weird. Apparently there were lots of people in Mexico, India, and other places in the world that believed that. Mexico's prophecy in the Piedra del Sol. The prophecy of India's high priest. Yeah, the evil supposedly crash into the photon belt. The Mayans as well. Oh, right, I see. By the way, the photon belt is just what it sounds like. It's a field of energy made up of photons that's thought to be in our galaxy. Our solar system rotates around Alcyone, the largest star in the Pleiades, the star cluster, once every 26,000 years. Is that... what's the relevance to the Milky Way? Is there any relevance? Oh, right. Okay, so it's clearly within the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, that's good. 1.7% further from the center of the Milky Way galaxy than we are. Right. What the fuck? I never even asked for this to be read. What? What the hell is the Piedra del Sol? Oh my god. See what we can find. Oh, right, okay, so... Right, so it looks like, looks like what it is there's some sort of sun god that controls when the sun falls to the earth, and there's 4 suns that have already fell to earth somehow, and the 5th sun, when it falls to earth, the world's obviously going to end, because I don't think the world can survive a sun falling onto it. I don't know. I'm not really finding anything that's that good. God, I hate this. I hate typing on this keyboard so much. I can't really find anything. It's not really that important anyway. I wanted to see if I could, but that's not really that much of a problem. I find it funny to think about the fact that Takuji is the mastermind of the crime, and yet he doesn't even know this. Well, I mean, the main set of crimes that existed in episode 2, he is the mastermind. But the only thing that's interesting about that hazard, I really do wonder what Zakudor was thinking and what was going through her head, and whether those other people were forcing her to write that. I mean, I just really wonder what this hazard is. What does it entail? But the only thing is, maybe Zakudor could be in the same religion. I mean, it may be a very, very obscure religion. Or maybe more likely thought, in my opinion, whoever... Well, those two people that have been talking to her, maybe they could have forced her, or they could have encouraged her faith in the religion. Yeah, but that is interesting, yeah. And also the Mayans, I'm kind of surprised they were never mentioned here. I really wish I was reading this just a few months later, because we haven't learnt about photons yet. I know the basics of photons, I think. There's two electrons, and basically there's photons that go from... Wait, no. I don't know whether... No, I remember seeing an example where there's two electrons and the photons go from electron to electron, but I don't understand why they would, because they're being repelled. Well, I don't know, but the more close they are together, the more high energy the photon is, and the more spread out they are, the lower the energy of the photon becomes. But that's the only part I know. I don't know about... I forgot how photons relate to charge and attractiveness as well, whether they're attracted or repelled. I don't know what happens to photons when they're attracted. But yeah. I'll learn. I think we're doing it this year, I don't know. And to be fair, we've just done electromotive force, so I feel like it's either going to be really close or really far away. I can't tell. Well, our solar system rotates around Alcyone, the largest star in the Pleiades star cluster, once every 26,000 years. God. Supposedly, every 11,000 years, there is a 2,000-year period where the Earth passes through the photon belt. That's really odd. I wonder what the effects are. Oh my god, yeah. So, because of the strong magnetic field in the photon belt, many great disasters happen on Earth, and the genes of many What? Is that actually true? During those 2,000 years, the entire world changes. The changes would mean the extinction of the human race and the appearance of a new form of humanity. The beginning of that 2,000-year period is supposed to be July the 20th, 2012. What the fuck? That's not the only prophecy for 2012. What? I'm so curious. Wait, I've got to see if this is like something that's actually scientifically thought of. Right, what happens when the Earth goes in a photon belt? What the fuck? Right, here we are. We found some really, really interesting material here. Oh my god, this looks like something from milk inside a bag of milk. Wait, no, I meant outside, but still. Yeah, we see Alcyone there. Where's... Oh wow, so we're really, really far away. Yeah, but I suppose that makes sense. Oh, there's a video there. Oh, it's an audio related clip. There's nothing visual. There's a lot of videos here that are being recommended. Fucking hell, this is a complex diagram. What is this? Right, okay, let's just Let's see if we can get anything from this. What? How? Oh, God. Yeah, no, that's interesting. So what happens with a photon belt if humans go to a more galactic and more superior plane of existence because of the fact that we collide with photons? Well, that's actually interesting when you think about the Nevis and the fact that it has a physics bug, which is the case where it implants negative thoughts within everybody. So maybe it's as if this photon belt colliding with the Earth is going to be the cause of the physics bug to actually happen, because it's a bug. It's something different to what we've known entirely. This is wrong. Like, I don't mean wrong, I mean it's just so irregular that it feels wrong. That's interesting. No one can exactly know when we will enter the photon belt. Oh yeah, this look. Yeah, let's actually see scientific explanations here. Yeah. They carry electric fields. Oh, electromagnetic forces, huh? I didn't realise that. Yeah, this is what I remember seeing. Yeah. Oh, it's moving away from it, right. Yeah, that's interesting. Forming something like a photon belt would require the gravitational pull of a black hole, though. That's surprising. I wonder... Reminds me of diffraction. I love that event horizon is a physics term. Obviously, geometry dash. Is there anything that's relevant? Yeah, so it's just people who have a lack of discovery about something, so as a result of that, they assign ridiculous conclusions, and then this is modern science that disproves those older conclusions. 2011, not 2012. I'm impressed. Well, that was really quite informative. I'm happy about that. It's not the only prophecy for 2012. Dude, mention the fucking Mayans already, please. There's a more important prediction, or rather a calculation. That is... Okay, don't mention the Mayans, never mind, that's way more interesting. The Webbot project. But isn't it funny to think about the fact that the Webbot project and the photon-related stuff is totally impossible, and it will never happen. And if anything, we're drifting away the start from Alcyone. That's how I'm going to say it. The Webbot Project. My mother believed in it. When I was a child, she told me over and over that the collective human unconsciousness could show the world's ultimate fate. Yeah, that's interesting. What the fuck? That's not something I was expecting. She often described it as the sky being full of anxious words. That's so odd. I mean, to be fair, maybe it was just because of the fact that Zakudor had looked at the Webbot project and there was a lot that had connected, unintentionally connected Takuji's mum and Zakudor. My mother believed in the Webbot project and she believed in that prediction, and maybe the fact that the sky is full of anxious words was written on the website or something like that. And it's interesting, the sky is written full of anxious words because of the fact that humanity is potentially going to collide with this photon belt and everything is impending doom. And it's interesting when you have unexplainable types of death, like for example Yuki. I mean, she literally felt as if her skull was cracking. It's just Subete Anata no Sei desu, that song, but obviously full stop, the one full stop. By the way, don't just search full stop into YouTube, you get really cursed results. But yeah, you search Subete Anata no Sei desu and then full stop. Yeah, anyway, yeah, that happened. But the thing is, that so suddenly happened. That's my point. It happened without any explanation. It was as if everything was a delusion because of how absurdly she died. And maybe that implies that this is a fantastical plot where the photon belt collision with the Earth is actually a true event that happens, and maybe that's why the world returns to the sky, because all humans die. But at the same time, if all humans are going to die, what are they going to die from? What, gene modification? And if anything, if there are magnetic fields that kill people that are so big that people can't live on the Earth, where are the buildings going? Why are they just staying on the ground? Yeah, I don't think you can say that. I think it's too unlikely. Yeah, the Webbot Project is a program that reads the unconscious thoughts of people on the internet. Dude, something happens and it updates the second after it's happened. It literally just scans for web pages. Why would people's unconscious thoughts be important? There's a famous concept underlying this program. Carl Gustav Jung pioneered analytical psychology. That's interesting. So it looks like what the real reason this is good as a delusion is the fact that it uses real world examples to support its validity, really. Oh, I see. He saw a strange commonality between all the mental images his patients held. It also matched up with the legends and myths from all different parts of the world. The conclusion he came to was, yeah, there exists a collective unconscious that unites all of humanity. Humanity shares the same unconscious. His theory led to several other supernatural theories. For instance, synchronicity. The coincidence of multiple related events occurring simultaneously in the world. Normally somebody would assume that the events occurring simultaneously are just a coincidence. But are they? But at the same time, then that implies that there is an entity that is controlling the chances that those events have to happen. It just depends on what you believe. You could either believe that it's just a coincidence, or you could believe that there is something you could never possibly know about and humanity isn't made to understand that controls it. But the only thing is, if they control it, why would they do it? What do they gain out of... I mean, let's be honest, there are 7 to 8 billion people on this earth. What's the point of changing one person's fate and changing the chances of one small event in one person's life? What is the point? What do they gain from it? But are they? To give an example, for instance, how do we know that casualty is a result of the external forces that we can see and not something beyond explanation hidden within the objects? Science? Really? This is really odd. If humanity has a collective unconscious, it must be shared in some form. What if all of humanity is acting as one organism? Humanity is a group of individuals and one whole. Yeah, one whole. But at the same time, if you apply this, to humanity, then that obviously means every other species has a collective unconsciousness as well. And every other species is the same. Even though we perceive, firstly, different human beings, but secondly, different species. Humanity is a group of individuals and one whole. Yeah, sure, I see that. One whole and yet a group of individuals. But that's like anything. I mean, it could be with any label, it could be with any type of thing, really. Both part and whole. Whole and part. But that applies to anything. Just like the individual living cells of a human being create a larger organism. Just like a single pawn obeys the rules of the entire game of chess, and the entire game of chess obeys the rule of a single pawn. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, an individual is the entirety, and the entirety is an individual. On an unconscious level, humanity is a single organism. Therefore, if one could understand the collective unconsciousness of people on the internet, they would be able to understand the will of humanity as a whole. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, exactly. I mean, if you think that God controls the world, for example, seeing the will of humans wouldn't indicate the will of God. No way. No, they would know. No, they would know the will of God himself. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, that's interesting. Some people believe that. That is the Webbot project. Yeah, funny that. Yeah, the Webbot project predicted that the world would be destroyed on July 20th, 2012. But obviously it makes sense, because the Webbot project had always just updated the page the second something was predicted to make it look like something was predicted. But at the same time, obviously, because... I was about to say Hideyoshi. Why? Because Bloomin' Takuji's mum has a big connection to this site. Of course, this is the one exception. The big hazard that Takashima-san spoke of, it's on that, let me guess. Oh, the Webbot project also made one other important prediction. That's interesting. It shows that even though his mother is such an abusive little asshole to Takuji, she really did have faith in him. And maybe that kind of reinforces the belief of what Takuji had. Even though his mum was absolutely horrible, it was because of the fact that she loved him. And she wanted the best for him. And she wanted him to fulfill her delusional desires, let's be honest here. In 2012, the saviour will appear. That's really unusual. But then again, could it just be coincidence? It actually wasn't just the Webbot project that made this prediction. One of the Indian Farsiers predicted the same thing. But they say he will appear from the sky. Who is the saviour? There are still arguments about it. My mother knew it long before my birth, since she was a prophet. She knew that her son would save the world. That's why she always punished me so severely. Interesting that, yeah. Not as a mother, but as the person who had given birth. That's really interesting. I just find it so interesting how there are so many delusional aspects of Takuji that he has. But the delusions are making him reason the things that have been troubling him so much. And let's be honest, this has been troubling him. I mean, he has found it so hard to differentiate between, is it abuse or is it love? Yeah, those memories are full of nothing but pain. That's why I used to hate my mother. But now I understand. Now I can say it with confidence. My mother truly loved... It's so weird that, yeah. She probably wanted to love me as a human mother. She probably wanted to embrace me. And yeah, no, I don't agree. Actually, the day the world will return to the sky. Yeah, reasonable, because she was making it sound as if Takuji was a separate entity to this. But no, Takuji is the one who will make this happen. She was kind when she was telling me about that day. Oh, Jesus. Any other time, she put me through hell. Fucking hell. My earliest memories from the moment I was born are of pain. I can kind of see that. The bullying I received at school was actually one of the trials my mother set before me. God. She programmed my life so that others would torment me even after her death. The reason she could do that was because she was a prophet. I find his thoughts so interesting. She knew everything. That's the only explanation. My analytical mind has revealed her plans. Yeah, I see that. And I really do wonder what he is going to do. And I have to solve this grand, inscrutable puzzle in order to save the world. Put the pieces together one by one. The will of the world. I understood my mother's will. I am the saviour. Yeah, I've attained unfathomable knowledge and wisdom. My mother could see the past and future of this world. She created this program that stretches from the past into the future. Now I can see the whole picture. That's not all. Yeah. Must have been difficult. Must have been sad. Totally, yeah, she must have wanted to live a normal life with me. But she chose. She chose to be a prophet. She chose to save the world. Rather than be a mother. It's so ugly. It really is. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to do that. That's right, she was obsessed with the Webbot project. She knew the importance of the collective unconscious. Yeah, Jung called the harmonization of conscious thoughts and actions individuation. That's not a metaphor, it means humanity's unconscious is a single organism. Then what is the single organism? This is what the Saviour's mother was. Humanity needed a saviour. Therefore humanity gave birth to a saviour on this earth. So just, what is that single unconscious that humanity has? What is the collective unconscious? That was none other than my mother. She was able to give birth to me because she was the embodiment of human unconsciousness herself. She gave birth to the saviour who would save humanity. Guess that's why. At first the Webbot project didn't work properly. It wasn't just defective, it wouldn't start at all. Doesn't prove anything. Then one day it started working all on its own. And it was perfectly accurate. Somebody literally just fixed code, man. I get that he wants to assign everything a meaning and an explanation that makes it so that it's convenient for him. But yeah, that's just going too far. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense, yeah. Yeah, reasonable.
世界が空に帰る日、世界の滅亡まであと6日間。救ってみせる。
I'll save it. I cried as I declared that. God made the world in 6 days and then he rested of the final day. What can the Saviour do in 6 days?
できる限りの人間を空に返す。世界が滅亡する前まで。
I'll return as many people to the sky as I can before the world is destroyed.
それが世界の意志。
That is the will of the world.
それが母の意志。
That is my mother's will.
そういうことなんだ。
That's just how it is. The day that the world will return to the sky is not the day the world will be destroyed. Someone must return the world to the sky before it's destroyed. That's interesting. That's the day when the world will
世
return
界
to
の
the
滅
sky.
亡は7月20日。つまり世界が空に帰る人はその前日、20日の直前に行われなければならない。僕はどれだけのものを空に返すことができるだろうか。それこそが救世主として生まれた僕の使
That
命だ。
is really interesting. Murder.
可能だ。救世主とは真理を知る者。人類の歴史のみならず生物そのもの、地球そのものの知識を持つ者。実際僕はゆうべディルルちゃんの導きにより生命そのものの無意識を
Yeah,
経
that is
験した。
interesting.
それは何十億何百億という長い旅であった。すべての知性と知恵、すべての技術と経験、それを有する者こそが救世主。僕は確実に真理を捕まえたのだ。
Yeah.
その真理を持つ僕にとって1週間は何十億何百億何千億何兆年にも等しい。そう、僕が掴んだ真理の前にはどんな不可能も必然的可能でしかない。その真理とは
Interesting. Hold up a sec. Holy fuck, time to analyze this monstrosity because let's be honest, we have got so much from this scene. Right, okay, so yeah, let's just go. Woohoo! Where are we stopping? Yeah, let's just stop here. Why not? I mean, everything here is so unusual. But isn't it interesting, this collective human unconsciousness? I just find it really odd to think, okay, I mean, come on, how many patients? How many... What about... I mean, a strange commonality, could that potentially be prone to bias? Could you potentially interpret events that may be differently interpreted to other people as common? I suppose, obviously, it's a bit of a weird question, but how does he know all of the patients are telling the truth? How does he know that it's all of his patients? I mean, there could be... I mean, obviously I'm saying this from a perspective of someone who knows nothing about this guy's studies, but there could be a lot of flaws that means you may not necessarily be... It may not necessarily be a good idea to analyze stuff like this and treat it as gospel truth, because maybe it isn't. Yeah, legends and myths. That's a reason. It's a reason they're a legend or a myth. It's because you can't prove whether they're true or not. Isn't this really, really funny? I've just thought of something fucking key. The collective unconsciousness of humanity in Subahibi is Takuji's mum, potentially. Isn't it funny to think about the fact that Takuji's mum is cruel? She is really, really horrible to Takuji, let's be honest here, and Takuji's just viewing her love. I mean, I get that it's a naive view, but at the same time, it's... And obviously it's fucking ridiculous, but at the same time, it's... I mean, his interpretation of it is filled with love, let's be honest here, even though that is probably the last thing Takuji's mum had for him, if you ask me at least. Yeah, but the thing is, Takuji's mum is really cruel, and look at what Subahibi's one of Subahibi's biggest themes is: death, destruction, cruelty, and also just in general the limits of human cruelty. Look at Tsubasa, look at Megu and Kimika, Tachibana Kimika. People like those. They show how truly cruel humanity can be. And Tsubasa's crowd and Nishimura. I mean, obviously it's not... I'm just saying it's kind of coincidental. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, but that is actually really interesting, because if you... I love that you can kind of twist it to make it seem like something like this is the genuine truth. Because if you think about it like this, so casualty is a result of the things that human beings have understood about the properties of objects. So if the world is just programmed for us, maybe the program made it deliberate so that we were naturally able to understand all of these things, and we were able to apply it in our own world. But at the same time, maybe the whole principle of it is wrong. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, if you ask me at least, but yeah. But then again, maybe I'm just giving into the simulation. Oh god. What is reality? Okay, that's actually a good question. God, the more I play Subahibi, the more questions I have of reality. But it's interesting. It makes you think about the world in a way you've never thought about it in. But it's dangerous, though, because look at Takuji's thoughts here. I get that he's happy now, but at the same time, firstly, this is encouraging him to do murder, and secondly, he's losing his touch with everything, and he's becoming less and less sane and more deluded the more he does it. So it's a dangerous way of thinking, I think. It's interesting, but it's dangerous. Yeah, but that's really, really weird. What an odd theory. Yeah, but I suppose humanity is one whole. Sure. I mean, all of the attributes that defines a human, they are all as the same. Actually, not all of them. They try to be the same. Well, they always change, actually. Yeah. Yeah, and it's as if the collective unconsciousness of humanity is obeyed by us. And it's obeyed by us, and yeah. Yeah, we obey the rules of the collective unconsciousness, but the collective unconsciousness obeys the rules of the differences we would have that make us unique. Yeah, that's really weird. But I can kind of see this though. I mean, on an unconscious level, if people have collective unconsciousness, then that unconsciousness, it could be a single organism, but at the same time it's a single organism that appears in multiple different brains with multiple different functions and structures and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily know how you could definitively say that it's a single organism. I don't understand that. Yeah, but that's really weird. I mean, there are some people... Let's say, for example, you have a really kind person, and then you have a criminal. No. You have a really kind person, and then you just have somebody who is an evil criminal. You're telling me that the will of humanity... well, the will of these people is going to be the same. I mean, I just don't get that. But I suppose a collective unconsciousness, it doesn't really show personality, it just shows the core elements of humanity, and then the personality is the areas that are different. Like, these are core elements that are not allowed to be changed. Maybe. I don't know. I think this is bullshit. And I mean, it is bullshit. It was literally proven by Yuki that it is bullshit. Maybe I'm just saying that because I don't understand it, but who knows? You know the will of God because of the fact that you know... Well, maybe God is the one that has thought about how the collective unconsciousness should operate within humanity. Some people believe that, yeah. Including Takuji. Yeah, but that is interesting. But who is the saviour? Is it Takuji? Could it maybe be someone else? Who knows? Yeah, that is odd. Isn't that interesting? The saviour will appear from the sky, but then the saviour will also be the one to return the world to the place in which he has appeared. And I mean, Takuji's always been on this earth. I don't really understand how he could appear from the sky. Or maybe it's just as deluded as Takuji's logic, who knows? Yeah, but it is interesting, this. And it's horrible to think about the fact that Takuji is having so many memories that are so ridiculously awful and full of pain and abuse, and yet he is actually being able to justify this because of the main reason that his mother was deluded. So maybe the delusion and going completely mad and living as if you are dead inside and yet you are still conscious is a test for the Saviour. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. Maybe she did genuinely think that just because of this change in personality here. It's so unusual. It's horrible, this, it really is. Yeah, God. Isn't that interesting to think about the fact that Takuji feels as if, because of the fact that his mum had the delusion of the fact that the world was going to be saved, somebody was going to return the world to the sky in 2012 and Takuji was going to be the one to do it. Why did she firstly believe that? But secondly, why did she make it so that Takuji's entire upbringing was hell for it? Was it because of the fact that she wanted to induce a strength within Takuji? I don't know, it's so weird. Yeah, that's interesting. And it's as if this is the reward for all of the pain and the understanding of the person who has put you through all of this pain. It's just insane. It's such backward logic. And it's so different to anything you would normally expect, and that's why I find this story so interesting. Yeah, but that's so interesting to think about the fact that Takuji feels as if the mother has programmed him. Isn't it interesting to think about the fact that Takuji feels as if his mother is literally God? Yeah. Yeah, no, I see that. I don't know whether she went through pain or if she's just a general abusive arsehole. And if that's the case, it's just so sad. Well, no, I think no. I think I always feel like it's reasonable to say that she's like a certain mother from Umineko with a younger kid, and is really fucking powerful as well, like Takuji, ironically. Yeah, I think it's that. Wait, no, actually I can't say that, no. Right, Umineko spoiler, but I didn't really love Maria, let's be honest here. Well, no, the reasons why she was horrible to... Well, the reasons why she was compassionate to her was because of the fact that... No, I feel like she did develop the love. Oh, it just really depends on how you interpret it. If you see love or not, it really does. Because there are so many things that can be interpreted multiple ways. There really are. You could either think she's a self-interested arsehole for her reputation. That's why she cares about whenever she makes a mistake, that's why she cares, because it's directly impacting her reputation. Or maybe she does genuinely care for her kid. It's just so hard to tell. I mean, okay, in episode 2, she literally abandoned her kid for money. And she would have saved her kid if it wasn't for her greed. She didn't drop that one golden ingot. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, yeah. But why is there a choice? Why does she know that the world is going to end? If she is the prophet who controls the collective human unconsciousness, why would she enable the world to have an end? What, is it just so that she could not only kill her kid, but she could also have a chance for the kid to shine? I don't know, it's ridiculous, it really is. Yeah, but that's really odd. Yeah, to totally test the savior induction, really. And to make it so that Takuji... Well, like Takuji said, I think he's probably going to latch onto this belief because of the fact that he always says that Takashima-san's death is the thing that makes him reborn as the savior. And it's interesting that he treats his mother as God, quite literally. Yeah, that's interesting. What is individuation? Oh, yep, I see him there. Carl Jung. Right, the process that people go through as they achieve a distinct, separate identity. Right, okay. Yeah. Key process in human development, of course. You can't exist without an identity. And if anything, the world won't permit you to exist without an identity. You have to have one. Isn't that interesting? Your conscious thoughts and actions have to have an effect on you. It's as if your brain is programmed that way. And then you could think about collective unconsciousness. You could maybe use that to justify it, but I don't know, I still think it's just... Well, I'll tell you what I think. These thoughts are dangerous. That's what I think. And I don't really want to justify anything if I can. Even though I just have unintentionally done it, but let's not mention that. Yeah. But why did it need a savior though? Why? Yeah. That is really unusual though. Why? When Takuji says the mother's death, it wasn't even a death. It was total mental deterioration. So much so that it's as if she is just a blank slate. A living blank slate. It's so weird. It's as if she's given up her soul so that the webbot project can start working. It's odd though, I don't understand it. I really wonder. Like, genuinely, what is that coincidence, though? I really wonder what the true story, and obviously not the story viewed of the eyes of somebody deluded, is. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? So his really odd appreciation to his mother is making him interpret it in a way that he never would have thought he could. Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, no, isn't that interesting? Yeah, and isn't that interesting? Yeah, but no, I totally see that. It's interesting to think about the fact that he can utilize his time so well that it feels as if it's endless. There is no concept of infinity anymore because he has risen above humanity. As a result of that, he can understand it. My clear, analytical thoughts were suddenly interrupted. My clarity suddenly disappeared. Oh, what is it? I should have all knowledge. I should have all wisdom. I should have all experience. And yet... what's happening? I can't remember the millions of years I experienced last night. That's unusual. Why? Damn it. I calmly analysed it. What? The human brain only has a capacity of 1,350 to 1,500 cc. They say that a human brain can have up to 1 trillion neurons. That number doesn't change very much until old age. That's interesting. I can assume that as the saviour, my brain should have several hundred times as many neurons. Okay, sire. But still, it's not enough to remember all of the memories and experiences from several billion years of life. Yeah, fair. I do kind of see what he's saying, yeah. So then I can conclude that even though I'm the saviour, I still have certain physical limitations, because even though you are a saviour and you are in theory, in your delusional theories, the most superior and beneficial, well, influential and significant being of all eternity. Yeah, you are still a human.
ならば、なぜ夕べを見ることができた？
Then why was I able to see it last night?
なぜ僕は全生命の無意識を見ることができた？
Dude, you were literally just seeing Didudu. But at the same time, you were seeing somebody who understood the unconsciousness of all life. And it's interesting to think about the fact that Didudu is a being who has transcended humanity. And it's as if he, in his delusions, was seeing it. This was what his brain needed. And it's interesting that, because the only way he can cope with his suffering is, let's be honest, to induce a state. This state at the moment, he is in real peace of mind. The second something goes wrong, I will bet you anything, mental deterioration will happen instantly. Why was I able to see the unconscious of all life?
時間にして数秒。その数秒で僕は数億、数十億、数百億、数千億の生命が数億、数十億の時間を得て、全生命が得た記憶と経験を処理した。
Hold up a sec. Just gotta clean my glasses. Is that better? Nope, of course it's not. Come on. There we are, we're fine now. Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. I mean, obviously it's just a delusion, but at the same time, I mean, it's really interesting. No, I do find it really interesting to think about the fact that his delusions are all really, really aimed in this certain direction. I mean, it's hard to tell whether there is somebody else who is contributing to this plot without our knowledge. It really, really is.
それはなぜだ?
Why? A normal person could never understand the logic and genius of my thoughts. My genius pursued an as of yet hidden truth. Yeah, no, I suppose. Dude, if you're a genius, why is any truth hidden?
つまりそれは
But yeah, I do see what he's saying.
外部処理を必要とする。
I need an external processor. Brain extraction time, let's go. We're just gonna put an artificial brain in Takuji.
外部の情報処理システ
Oh
ム。
my god, what is this?
演算ではなく、ニューラルネットワークに似た
Oh
もの。
no, I don't like this, what?
脳機能そのものと言ってもいい。
But the only thing is all of the corpses that he murders, apart from Kagami and Tsukasa, are seen with their bodies. Apart from Kagami and Tsukasa. Oh shit, and they're smart as well. Oh no. An external information processor. Not a mathematical processor, but rather something closer to a neural network. No, it should be a brain itself, I suppose. Oh. Oh
それ
god.
か。
Yeah, a computer. That's even better than a brain. A computer could do maths if it's programmed correctly that I couldn't do at all, actually. Let's just say that. Oh, that's what it was.
そうか。彼女がレセプターの役割をしたんだ。
That's it. She was acting as a receiver.
救世主である僕と全人類。いや、全生命の記憶との接続の。
She connected me, the savior, to all of humanity. No, to all of life.
だから僕はあの時神に匹敵する力を持った。
This is the thing. Takuji is not doubting what he has seen whatsoever. Beforehand, he was going mad because of the fact that he couldn't tell anything regarding the difference between delusion and reality, and yet now he can. Because of the fact that he feels as if he has made sense of what the delusions are. Or are they delusions? Who knows? At that time, I had power rivaling that of God.
なるほど。
I really do wonder what somebody like Ayana would be thinking if they were listening to Takuji. I see. I've started to understand what it means to be the saviour. The saviour isn't God. I'm still closer to being human. Yeah, and you have processor limitations in your brain. Yeah. Yeah. No, my body's structure is actually nothing more than human. So I can't escape the basic limitations of humanity. But the saviour isn't human. What? Why is that? Yes, through the angels he becomes a god. And that's interesting with Zakudon now, because obviously there was a message that she was sending out saying that through death she has become an angel, and so have the other 3 that killed themselves with her. How are we doing for time? No, we're doing fine. It is with the aid of an angel that the saviour is able to become a god. But who is the angel, though? Oh, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah. So, when I'm with Rirudu-chan, I become a living god. She is the connection between me and God. What's the answer? Yeah. Yeah, why was he able to do something a god would do, even though he had the limitations of humanity connected? Yeah. That's the answer. Yep. Sounding very sane, Saviour. That's the answer. I've solved all the riddles. I found all the answers. What the Saviour must do. What the child of God must do. What the Saviour can do. What the Saviour can't do. What God can do. What God can't do. It has all been revealed. So continuing a conspiracy and murdering people is going to make it so that the entire world on the 20th is going to... It's going to all return to the sky. All of humanity is going to cease. And obviously because your mum predicted it and other people's predictions matched with it, and because of the fact that Zakudor knew it, and because of the fact that it's on the Webbot project, something that's significant to you. I mean, I'm sorry, but how ridiculous is what his delusions are. But the only thing is, this is the weirdest thing. The fact that the end sky actually happens on the 20th. And this is why this plot is so fucking weird. I mean, he's got a think pad. Anyway, yeah. It's the most ridiculous delusions, but they actually happen. That's the wrong thing, the thing that just doesn't add up. Is he right in this world? Do we know so little about this world that Takuji is actually right about this? That which God cannot do is that which I must do. But why can God not return the world to the... Well, no, it must not be done by a God. It must not be done by anyone but a human living on the earth. He must become a saviour, just like somebody like Jesus was. Yeah, because like Jesus, actually, Takuji was the son of a God. That's what he believes. The things I can do that God can't. The things I can do because I'm human. What, masturbate? Nah, I'm just kidding. First, I must descend upon the world of the commoners. So basically, I must live my daily life. I must enter the world of the commoners. Yeah, and I must be polluted by the human world. Reasonable, yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting to think about the fact that the human world and all the external surroundings for Takuji, it's as if they are poison, they are vermin. And they are something that is really, really detrimental to someone, like a pollutant would be. It's as if they're unhealthy to be around because of their lack of knowledge and their foolishness. Yeah, because you're so much more knowledgeable, aren't you? Yeah, sure. If anything, it's quite the opposite, I think. The person who can be polluted is able to enter the world of humans. Yeah. Reasonable, yeah. A perfectly holy existence isn't able to delve into the human world. The sun can't come to Earth for the same reason. It would, totally, yeah. Yeah, His Holiness would. His Holiness and its radiation and ridiculous temperatures, well, it wouldn't just incinerate humans, it would incinerate the entire planet. His Holiness would incinerate the polluted humans. That's why I must do this. I can act as a saviour because I can allow myself to be polluted. So I must go to the humans and be polluted. Even though you literally are a human and you have admitted it because of the fact that even though you can become a god because of the fact that Uriru has shown you life that no human being should have, i.e. delusion. You can become a god. Even though you have the limitations of a human brain. To the world of commoners. I must accomplish these great works that God may not. Is it can or may?
だから
Oh God, here we go. So that's, isn't it? Oh.
だからじゃない。
でもさ、そういうのって噂でしょ？だいたいそういうのってさ。
Yeah, and look at that, the beginning of the rumors. But that's just a rumor, isn't it? All that stuff is. They're just rumors. Agreed,
そう
yeah.
いうのって昔から何度も言われてるんでしょ？
That too, yeah. Yeah, they've just been saying that for ages, you know.
予言だっけ？なんかそういうやつだよね。
A prediction, something like that, right?
大昔流行ったって話をお父さんから聞い
Oh
た
yeah,
よ。
that too.
なんかノストラダムスの予言だとか。
My dad said he used to be really popular. Something about Nostradamus' prophecies.
だからこれは予言じゃないんだって。
Like I said, they're not prophecies.
予言じゃないのになんで未来なんかわかるの？
Coincidence, LMAO.
私も難しいことはわからないんだけどね。
Well, why are you making a claim then? I mean, I don't even know what I just said. Well, if anything, I'm being arrogant and treating my view as if it's the only one that is correct. I'm really doing myself the most disservice I can right now, but let's just not mention that.
なんか科学的なことなんだってさ。
But they say it's scientific.
あのね、ウェブロボットとかいう。
Oh god, somebody's gonna get pissed. They call it the webbot.
それってウェブボットプロジェクトだろ？
You mean the webbot project?
それだよ。よく知ってるね。
God, they sound so excited. Yeah, that, you know about it.
何そのウェブボットプロジェクトって。
What is it?
インターネット上の会話とかを収集するソフトウェアらしいんだけど、何でも未来予測ができるらしいんだ。
Software that gathers all the conversations on the internet can apparently predict the future. They're just rumors. This software that gathers all the conversations on the internet, it can apparently predict the future.
ほう。
Oh, interesting theme. Ooh, it sounds really quite ominous. Oh no, it sounds quite groovy actually. I'm taken back. I like this, yeah, it's nice. Oh look. The commoners have already started to pick up on the webbot project. Isn't that funny? People were mysterious. Each individual one is so stupid, but they sometimes they show a spark of brilliance in groups. God, I find it so funny how arrogant he is, I really do. Is that the effect of synchronicity? Then that synchronicity should lead them to other predictions. It should make them realise that a prophet is among them. God, I really wonder what Takuji must have felt when he made it so that people burnt parts of Zakudo's hair. Oh my god. Do you hear this ARP riff? This sounds like something that you would hear in Toho. Okay, Toho 14 Stage 3. Toho 9 opening theme. Maybe 10 Desires opening theme. Those are the main ones I can think of. Oh yeah, Toho 17, that mental rock guitar bit. Also Idolatrize World in Keiki's theme. Maybe IN opening theme. Oh my god, dude. They ripped off Toho's melody for this. I love it. Okay, they didn't rip it off. That's a mean thing to say. But they really, really inspired from Toho's melody. If you ask me. It should make them realise that a prophet is among them. The time of the world's destruction. It should make them recognise that the person who must return the world to the sky. Yeah, before its destruction. Oh, that's interesting. Hey. Ooh, this is going to be interesting to see how this develops. That idiot Takuji is looking at us. Ew, you're right. Nasty. Yeah, they're slandering me in their hearts. Oh, that's interesting. That's what Takuji is perceiving. So not only he totally looks down on these people and he has such a distant perspective where he feels he can have rationality, but at the same time, he's imagining things that may not even be said. Maybe they have been said, maybe they haven't. You can never know. They're slandering me in their hearts, even if they aren't saying it out loud. I can see into other people's minds. Even if they try to look away, it's too late. How? Don't talk to yourself, you're in class, motherfucker. These peasants can go ahead and laugh at me. All those who don't accept my salvation will fall into the depths of hell. Oh wait, no, never mind. He's only saying the laughter out loud. Yeah, makes sense. Saying the laughter. I just want to get a bit of a look up on what synchronicity is. Yeah. Simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this. Yeah, I can see why he'd say that. But that is what humanity does. And that's what he can't see because he's distanced himself so much from humanity, which ironically is probably a result of the behaviour that has happened to him because he has felt so distanced from everybody. So as a result of that now, it's as if it's the reverse. It's as if he is the one. It's as if he has been suffering from being distanced, but now he is taking a lot of pleasure in it because of the fact that he feels he's better and more superior than anybody else. Reasonable, yeah. It is interesting that, but I do see what he's saying. Yeah, and this is the worst thing. He's a god. He has got a total god complex, so as a result of that, his view is right, and everybody else is lower than him, so there is nothing that questions his right views, even if they are totally deluded. Now he's laughing. No way, that's creepy. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, they're totally creeped out, but Takuji doesn't care whatsoever because of his thought process. The foolish women disappeared. They must have been scared of me. No, I just think you're a fucking creep. For obviously laughing in a time that's not appropriate whatsoever to laugh at, because of the fact that these are very, very odd and delusional and uncertain times, and yet you have people who are just finding it funny. It's not appropriate. That's the reason why they avoid me. They would try to deny it, of course. Yeah, reasonable. Actually, I don't think they would. But that's the truth. My existence is far too holy for them to behold. My existence is too brilliant for their mortal eyes. Just like humans can't look directly at the sun. That's a really interesting analogy. They can't look directly at me. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. You're...
そうですね。
This is going to be really interesting because Yuki can look at him. Oh, this is going to be really quite something. You look like you're about to something. Kun. Oh god, please don't tell me that's cum. Oh, it's you. Yeah, this will be interesting. He already sounds like he has a different level of confidence. Yeah, he's nothing more than another person programmed to test me. Yeah, and isn't that interesting? This is another one of his mother's trials. If that's what he would think. I suppose I should be grateful to him. God, it's such an odd perspective. Yeah, Tomosane Yuki. Oh, Yuki Tomosane-kun. Tomosane Yuki. Why does he say his name like an English person would? What? I'm so confused. Wait, his name is Tomosane. I thought it was... Oh, right. I never realised... Oh, my fucking god. Oh, god. I thought it was the other way around. That's so embarrassing. Tomosane is his name. Right. Tomosane Yuki. Yuki Tomosane-kun.
なんか、Takuji、お前。
Takuji, you're kind of...
あれゆうきくんどうしたの
Oh, shit. Him? Huh? What's wrong, Yuki-kun? Takuji.
ゆうきくん
Oh, shit. All of the arseholes are coming up. This is a proper test. Holy fuck. I'm going to be very interested to see what the outcome is.
バカタクの文才でそんなにウキウキしてるんだお前
Hey, you dumb piece of shit. What's up with that goofy grin?
ウキウキそう見えるのかい
God, I really do wonder what someone like this would think when he sees the ridiculous change in Takuji. I really do wonder what's going to happen when Yuki becomes physical, because let's be honest, this person is programmed to respond to violence. He won't do anything else. My grin? Am I grinning now?
なんだその口の利き方は。
Oh yeah, like you're the most important man in the world. Well, you have a superiority complex. Don't worry, Takuji's superiority complex is 100,000 times bigger than yours, so yeah, it doesn't even matter. Oh my god, yeah.
口の利き方が悪かったのなら謝るよ
I'll apologize if I offended you, sorry.
謝る。何言ってるんだ。
Money.
ちゃんとした謝り方があるじゃねえか。
Apologize? What the fuck are you talking about? Didn't I teach you a better way to apologize to me, you little shit?
ちゃんとした謝り方
I feel bad for Takuji because of the fact that he's delusional, but at the same time, I mean, he really has found his peace of mind here. And it's just so odd to think about the fact that even though he's totally deluded, he is happy, and he is hopeful, and he has found a purpose that he would have never ever had he not had this delusion. It's odd. And he is able to overcome all of his problems on the basis of this delusion. It's so weird. A better way?
慰謝料だ。この前足りなかった分も含めて20万円持ってこい。
Show me you're sorry with money. Bring me 200,000 yen. That includes what you were short of last time. What the fuck? How much money is that? Oh my fucking god. I hate this keyboard, man. Yeah, 1,052 quid, sure.
慰謝料ねそれでいつまでだい
Money, huh? So when do you want it by?
なんだよ。今回は期限はいらないのか。
What, you don't care about the deadline?
そうだね別にあってもなくてもといった感じかな
Not really. Either way, I don't really care, I guess.
何それ。金の当てでもあんのか。
What, do you have a way of getting the money? I would have thought that'd imply that he'd try to kill him somehow. I don't know how you would kill somebody as physically strong as this, though.
まあそうかもねそれでさなんで20万円なの
Maybe I do. So why do you want 200,000 yen?
なんだと。
Yeah, why does he want it? What is he going to do with this money that Takuji can't have himself? What did you say?
どうせならそこにいる沼田くんと西村くんと
Oh
君
my
に
god.
20万円ずつがいいんじゃないのかい
While I'm at it, why don't I give 200,000 yen to Numada and Nishimura too?
何
What?
マジで金くれるんすか
What? This is ridiculous. Well, you're gonna give money to the people that have raped you? Right. Huh? Seriously? You're gonna give us money? Why?
当たったんすか
Did you win the lottery? Yeah, no, I can totally see why you'd think that. Did you win the lottery?
そうかもしれない
Maybe I did.
本当マジでいいの
Really? Seriously? You don't mind? By the way, why has Numada's name changed to Ida? Yeah, it shouldn't be, Ida. I don't really understand that. Really? Seriously? You don't mind?
黙れ
Shut up. Huh?
今のはなしだ。
Oh, wow! Forget about it.
でも今確かに
Ah, that's interesting. So he will get his money requests out, his ridiculous money requests out, if other people have a similar share. That's interesting. God, he is so selfish. Huh? But he just... That's not what we're talking about.
でも宝くじ当たったんだよね。
But you won the lottery.
だとしても消えろ。俺が独り占めする。
Either way, you bastards needs to disappear. He's my property. Jesus Christ. Talk about the fact that bullies totally objectify people that are weaker than them. Fucking hell. Huh?
何度も言わない。消えろ。拓司の金は全部俺のものだ。
Don't make me say it again. Disappear. All of his money is mine. Right. Oh god, yep. Now he's using violence. Yuki glared at them fiercely. Their faces instantly turned pure white. Jesus, he must deliver. Well, I mean, he delivered such a painful punch that his fists were bleeding the first time. I mean, these people were probably broken bones over this guy, so I don't blame them for being very, very scared.
すごいね。
Yep, they've pissed off. Impressive. Huh?
あれほど人を恐怖させ、屈服させる力を持
Agreed,
つ
yeah,
勇気は
God.
本当にすごいね。
God, he's got so many balls now. Holy shit. This is impressive. It really is impressive how you can make people submit to you out of fear. You little... Well, it's true, though. Oh, yeah, and then you're just going to use violence to Takuji, aren't you? It seemed like he was about to jump on me that very instant. Quietly said.
話がしたいんだろ。ここじゃない方がいい。
Interesting. Do you want to talk? Should we go somewhere else?
なんだと？
What did you say?
屋上でも行こうか。
Interesting. Let's go to the roof. Yeah. Giving a bully an opportunity to be somewhere that no teachers are ever going to be at. Oh, I smell fishy smells of murder. Oh my god. Yeah, he's probably really underweight, let's be honest. I mean, I'm sorry, but somebody like Yuki, there's no way he has good parenting. There's no way he's fed at home. No, I can't believe that. A blue vein popped out on his forehead, emphasizing the anger on his pale face. Yeah, fair. It looked like he was about to attack me here and now, rather than wait until later. God, even in the class, these people have no restraints. Yeah, but other people were getting in the way here. And besides... Ooh. They actually are going to the rooftop. Wow. That's going to be really interesting.
Hi! Mamiya Takuji-kun! 僕ね。
Oh god.
僕はさ、今日はとても傷つきました。
Holy fuck. I mean, Yuki is just... Well, I think he has been changed a little bit. This is what happens when there is no restraint. And this is him holding back. That's the worst thing. Yeah, he's dead. If he gets hit by Yuki, let's be honest. Alright, Mamiya-kun. You know, Takuji, what you said today really hurt my feelings. Says the bully. Jesus Christ, that's so funny that he says that. God, he really is trying his hardest to be as threatening as possible. Yeah, isn't that interesting? It's like he's a pet. Yeah, you were so well trained and now you've gotten rebellious. This is the rooftop. Yeah, he could literally kill him. But at the same time, the same could happen to Yuki. And Ooh, yeah, this is the rooftop and class just started. Reasonable, yeah, no one will come here. God, he really is killing it. Like the total shithead he is. No one will come to save you. Yeah, reasonable, yeah. Even if you die, no one will notice. He talked as if he was just playing around, but I could see the blood rushing to his head. Yeah, no, he's totally getting rolled up. Yeah, reasonable. Yeah, he must have been preparing himself for the catharsis he thought he was about to go through. Oh, I forgot what catharsis meant. Oh yeah, the process of providing relief for strong suppressed emotions. Fair enough, yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, what a roundabout man. Yeah, I really do wonder. Could you imagine if Takuji defeats Yuki? I want to see that, because it just seems like something that is so impossible to happen. I really do wonder. But to be fair, it would explain in episode 2 why Yuki wasn't around Takuji much. Takuji-kun, is there something you wanted to say to me?
アニメでも見て勘違いしちゃったんだよね。そんで今だんだん冷静になって現状を理解し始めている。
You must have gotten the wrong idea of watching some dumb anime. Are you starting to understand the situation you're in right now? Oh shit, Yuki punched me in the face. He was just as quick as I had Yeah, how is he going to get out of this? Because he will be very, very physically injured. Blood through from my nostrils. No, it wouldn't have. No way. Has that pain reminded you of anything? Yeah, says you. Says you. In the end, that's all you are. That's all you're good for. Well, not anymore. Your attempts to destroy his confidence, they're not always going to work. You will live your life being bullied by people who are stronger than you. There's nowhere for you to run. What? It says you. Go on, cry. Gosh, you're insane. Just like you always do. Cry. Yeah, total contradiction. The opposite of crying. Yeah, oh my god, it's so funny to see this guy. He preys on the fear. I mean, he's spoiled in a way because of the fact that he wants the fear and that's the only thing he lives for, and his violence. This is what defines him as a person. So if what he does is not threatening him, of course. If it's not threatening Takuji, of course he's going to be mad. The hell? It hurts. Takuji.
痛いな。また鼻血が出ちゃったよ。
It hurts. You gave me another nosebleed.
君に昔鼻の骨を折られて以来、鼻血が出やすくなってるんだよ。
That's insane. Since you broke my nose, I've started getting nosebleeds all the time.
君も白山の上に行きたいのかい?
Ooh, you're a genius. Yeah, do you want to end up like Shiroyama? He deserves it, to be honest, but yeah. I'll make your death gruesome enough to repay you for every punch. This is the only time I can say where I agree with something that a person as horrible as this is saying. I wondered what you were going to
な
say.
んだタクジ、てめえのその強気さはどっかのオカルト雑誌で読んだ呪いの方法が城山に的中したからか？
How's he gonna convince him? What are you on about? Did you cast some curse you read about in some occult magazine on Shiroyama?
なんだそりゃ、お前本当にバカだな。
God, yeah, always trying to decrease his confidence.
"俺がそんなことでいちいちビビるとでも思ってるのか？
You really think I'm scared of that shit?
呪い？
A curse?
あれは呪いではないよ。あれは必然。
It wasn't a curse. It was inevitable.
はあ？なんだそりゃ。
Huh? What are you talking about?
彼が死に、高島さんが死に、
Yeah, that's
そして
interesting.
君が僕を痛めつける。
He died. Takashima-san died. And now you're tormenting me.
それは全て母によってプログラムされたことなんだよ。
Jesus Christ, he's really opening up and telling the true nature of what he feels is occurring. I mean, obviously Yuki is probably just thinking, especially because of the fact that he literally said it was programmed to Yuki. I mean, he's probably thinking he's very deluded now. Or maybe he's vulnerable and he's a real dumbass, who knows? It was all set up by my mother.
は
Oh, okay, never
あ？
mind.
何？お前何言ってるんだ？
Huh? What? What the hell are you going on about now? Yeah, the rage written large on his face changed into a smile. Is something funny? Yeah,
マ
totally,
マ
yeah.
がお前のママが城山を殺して高島を殺して
Yeah.
で俺に頼んでお前をいじめてるとか言いたいのか？
Yeah, I think that's honestly a reasonable reaction. It is ridiculous. I mean, even though we know the whole thought process of Takuji, I can't deny that it is ridiculous what he is thinking. It does make sense, but it's still ridiculous. Your mummy killed Shiroyama and Takashima, and you think she asked me to bully you?
君に何を言ってもわからないだろう。でもね、これだけは言えるんだよ。
You wouldn't understand even if I were to explain it, but I shall tell you this much.
何？
What?
君の役目は終わった。
Your role has ended.
俺の役目が終わった？
My role has ended.
そうだよ。終わったんだ。
That's right, it's over. Yuki froze for a moment when he heard those words. Not just his movement, but his face, and probably his mind too.
どういうことだお前？
Isn't that interesting just how frustrated this person becomes when he doesn't get his way? He really does. He is like a child, just with brutal strength and obviously fear. That's the only reason he's different from a child, to be honest. What do you mean?
僕の精神を鍛錬するために存在していた君は、その役目を今日でついえるんだよ。
But why is that your decision to make? You existed only to discipline my mind. Today, your role has ended.
は？何それ？
He actually sounds a bit scared. You existed only to discipline my mind. Today, your role has ended. Oh, what are you talking about?
お前の精
Oh,
神
never mind.
鍛錬？お前バカだろ！
Well, I can see that. Discipline your mind. You're such a dumbass.
終わってるんだよ。お前の頭の中は。
God, yeah. I mean, I get that he is deluded, but this is the most awful way of talking to somebody who is. But he will see past that, and that is actually one of the advantages of this delusion.
前からぶっ壊れてたとは思っていたが、そこまで狂っていたとはな。
I've always thought you had a screw loose, but I didn't think you'd gone off into the deep end already.
何を言い出すと思えば。
I was wondering what you were going to say.
さてと。
Oh, shit.
今
You
日は
know.
今までにないぐらいやりますよ。
God, yeah, you know shit's getting serious when even Yuki's sprite is changing. God, this looks so unnatural. But yeah, well then. Guess I'll have to beat you harder than ever before. Yeah, because of the fact that your bully has rose up. So you use the one thing that you're stronger in, no matter what happens, i.e. strength. Well then, guess I'll have to beat you harder than ever
ボコ
before.
ボコにぶん殴った後に、鼓膜に鉛筆を突き刺して殴ってやる
Fucking
よ。
hell.
痛いなんてもんじゃねえぜ、多分。
Yeah, he really can't let him win because that sounds like genuine hell. It really does. After I've given you the normal beatdown, I'll stick pencils in your ear and punch them. Jesus, I don't even want to imagine that. Especially if they're sharp.
もう、今すぐ自殺したくなるぐらいお前を痛めつけてやるよ。
I'm gonna hurt you so bad that you'll wish you could kill yourself.
さてと。
Here goes. Oh my god, it really reminds me of... Dude, this really looks like when they cry. Holy shit, just any Higurashi or Umineko. What happens? At first, even Yuki himself didn't know what happened. He put all his weight into the punch. But I was waiting for it. You've got to be kidding me. He deflected it! Oh, I see. I wondered if he had actually been trained in martial arts. Fucking hell. I threw him to the ground in such a way that he shouldn't have been able to catch himself, but he twisted and avoided the worst of the impact. Well, I wouldn't say avoided. That's insane. Instead of hitting his head, he dislocated his shoulder. God. That's really not a turn I was expecting, because I always thought that Takuji was going to be able to be the one who was up above Yuki in terms of confidence. But at the same time, I never thought he was going... I thought it was all going to be a farce, the confidence. I never thought it was going to be anything more than just a false sense of it. But no!
ほう。
God, look at how shocked he is. Oh, the bully is scared. He hasn't got his way. Wow. Oh, okay, yeah, impressive. Even after taking that hit, he used the momentum to get right back on his feet. Yep, and he won't give up until he's got his way. So that he can prepare himself for the next blow. Isn't it interesting to think about the fact that Takuji has this strength now? It's just because he feels mentally prepared for it, because part of strength is mental discipline, it really is. I mean, I suppose in this situation, everything had gone well for him. It really had. He's disciplined his mind so he can overcome these people, no matter how strong they are, and that's really interesting.
すごいね、君。
You're rather impressive. He probably hadn't noticed. Yeah, he hadn't realised that the person he was facing was stronger than any other person in the world. And this is why I think there is somebody else that is tampering with this plot. How could somebody like Takuji defeat Yuki? I mean, my god, he is so skinny, he's underweight, he's really physically ill. Why? And how? Is knowledge really that powerful in this world? Because if it is, then what is this world? I've attained the knowledge and experience of all of humanity and all of life. All knowledge, wisdom, experience, and skill. Of course, that includes the kind of hand-to-hand fighting that he specialised in. Yeah. All of humanity, from the weakest human to the greatest martial artists, all of their experience and skill has been distilled in my body. Yeah, a single person like Tomo-san Yuki could never hope to match me. Or so I thought, but...
勝負は一瞬につくと思ったけど、君は本当に強いんだね。
Yeah, fair enough. But it still will be over. He's going to win it. I don't disagree with that at all. I thought the battle would be over in an instant, but you really are strong.
なんだと?
What did you say?
だって、僕は世界で最も強い人間なんだよ。
After all, I'm the strongest person in the world.
なんだそりゃ。
What are you on about?
今の僕は歴史上存在したどんな達人よりも強い。そういうことなんだよ。
Right now, I'm stronger than any person in human history. That's all. Oh yeah, I agree.
お前、本当に気が狂ったのか?
He did, yeah. He did. You're crazy. Did you really lose your marbles? Yuki glared at me. I didn't feel the same pressure as before. Oh, totally. Yeah.
じゃ、僕から。
Oh my god, what's gonna happen here? Now it's my turn. Huh? Oh, shit. Oh, they... Oh, what's happened here? Have they had a collision? I punched him, but for some reason, it was my leg that hurt. I managed to catch myself before I crashed to the ground. Oh, fuck, yeah. What's this about being the strongest person in the world? But still, he must have hit me pretty hard since my vision was blurry.
少しぐらい古武術を使えるようになった程度で何を達人ぶってやがる。
Ridiculous. You act like a black belt just because you've learnt a few tricks.
10万年早いんだよ。
That's an ironic statement, considering Takuji. You're gonna need another million years of training to match me. This is... Yeah, apparently... Oh, shit. Apparently he turned his entire body to dodge my attack, and then hit me with a back fist. I can't believe that you would stand before the strongest man in the world and, rather than flinch, attack. The strongest man in the world would have been able to predict that punch, let's be honest here.
お前がどの程度か教えてやるからよ。
I'll show you just how strong you really are. Fuck. This seems really painful, whatever's happening to him. Pain, or rather, fatigue. This fatigue is greater than the pain. Shit, what's gonna happen to him? Because he could potentially die here. I'm just tired. What the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. What? I can't believe he could do that. He actually beat him, even despite that. What the fuck? Even after I was reborn. What are you going to do with his body? Last night I had obtained all knowledge and skill. There's no doubt about that. I had none of the knowledge I do now. Yeah. Including the martial. That's really interesting, and I just find it so odd. The fact that stuff like this is able to happen. Oh, I just thought of something. What does this look like? Does this look alright? Yeah, I think I might actually keep this. Yeah. I was just thinking about it randomly. I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense. Yeah. It's insane. I really can't believe this. Until yesterday, I couldn't have beaten Yuki even if I ganged up on him with several other people. Yeah, totally, yeah. I even got beaten up by Numada, Shiroyama, Nishimura and Inuma. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I just can't believe this, and you have defeated the person who is stronger than all of those people. I couldn't stop them from bullying me. I was useless and powerless. And then I was reborn as the saviour. That's when I obtained everything. Including these martial arts. And yet... Oh my god, wow. You haven't beaten me until you've broken every bone in my body. This guy is fucking horrible, but Jesus Christ, he has determination. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, I see. I kicked the fallen Yuki in the face as he laid on the ground. My shoes were stained with blood. God. He's properly in pain. His expression didn't change as he spit out a bloody tooth. This man.
妄想もいい加減にすることだな。そんな蹴りじゃ俺は殺せねえよ。
God, isn't that interesting? I feel like he's actually asking Takuji to kill him here. I think it's just because of the fact that, firstly, maybe he wants to give him the trouble of having to dispose of a corpse, but also maybe it's because of the fact that Takuji, well, he just feels so much humiliation. He's always been the top of the tree, and now he's been, well, the bottom of the tree has become the top, and he is the person to witness that happen. He had fallen, slumped against the fence. He wasn't phased at all. I know, it's nuts, yeah. He's properly exposed to it, I think. He wasn't phased at all, even after being subjected to this level of violence. What the hell is he?
Mamiya. 覚えておけよ。
Mamiya, remember this.
ここで俺を殺さないと。
God, yeah.
次に俺はお前を確実に殺す。
If you don't kill me now, I'll end you next time. Will there be a next time?
俺と貴様が向き合うというのは
That's what it means to
そう
fight
いう
me.
ことなんだ。Mamiya Takuji!
Jeez. Is he walking off? Yuki shouted. Blood flew from his lips. I do wonder if he's going to die of blood loss. I genuinely do. He roared. Why is he still? He's so determined, and even Takuji's admirable with it. This is definitely strange. This man was prepared by my mother so that I could be reborn as the saviour. My mother set it up so he would drive me to the depths of despair. So then, he should have no value anymore. God, yeah. And yet he neither bows to my glory nor runs in fear. Now that I've become the saviour, there should be only two options left for him. Yeah, I see that, yeah, and even after he's been reduced to this, he still resists me. Why?
てめえの妄想ごっこは終わるんだよ
Well, you don't exactly look like you're in a good physical condition to do that. I'm done playing along with your
妄
delusions.
想ごっこ
My delusions?
そうだお前の妄想の世界
Yeah, says you.
お前の世界そのものが終わるんだよ
Isn't it funny how he's like this? He's so much less threatening. That's right, your delusional world. No, your world itself will end.
僕の世界そのもの
He does sound fearful. Or maybe he's sounding like he's finding it hard to keep laughter in. It's hard to tell.
そうだ
That's right. This bastard. He knows that the world... No, he misinterpreted that. Totally. God, even though he is totally different in heart, he really, really is the same Takuji in terms of his behaviour. Interpreting things in the weirdest way. He knows that the world is about to be destroyed. Is that why he still defies me? Why does he know that? My breathing slowed and calmed. The pain was clouding my thoughts, but as the fatigue faded away, my thoughts started to organise themselves. It's kill or be killed, I think, now. That's it. I have my calm, my wisdom, and my knowledge that can mean anything. Think about the man in front of me. Shiroyama's death. Takashima-san's death. And then Tomosane Yuki. Yeah, it's all connected. Through my mother's will. And isn't it interesting, we never heard about this in chapter 2. It's all part of her design. So what about him? I've obtained the greatest power in this world, so why is he as strong as me? Why has he been given this much power? Repeat. So what about him? I've obtained the greatest power in this world, so why is he as strong as me? Why has he been given this much power? Oh, right. Isn't it interesting he is doing this thought on repeat so many times, and it's as if his brain, the speed of it has gone so much quicker, and he can think so much more comprehensively within such a shorter period of time. It's insane. It really is. I see. I understand now. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna do.
なるほど分かったぞ
何がだ
Understand what?
まだまだ僕の救世主としての修行は終わったわけではないというわけか
My preparation to become the savior is still not complete.
なんだそりゃ
Well, of course. You're still going on about that.
君がそれほど強いのはそういうことなんだね
Yeah, it's because of the fact that he is a test programmed by Takuji's mother.
はあだからどういうことなんだ
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
君はいつでも僕に戦いを挑んでくるといいだろ
You can come challenge me anytime you
う
like.
その度に僕は君を地に伏せさせるだろう
I mean, he is kind of doing that now. I'll make you come bow down to me every time.
そしていつの日にか僕は君の体だけではなく
God, I love that.
心も地に伏せさせるであろ
Eventually, I'll make you bow down in spirit too.
うこの僕の存在の前に
I'll make you bow down before my glory. Yeah, reasonable response.
先輩野郎
You crazy bastard.
そうやって
Oh,
吠えているがいいさ
that's such a brilliant,
いつでもかかってくるといい
brilliant comment there. Keep on barking. You can challenge me anytime you like.
君の存在は 僕が真の救世主に至るための布石にしか過ぎない。
Your existence is nothing more than a challenge for me to overcome on my path.
あるいは君との闘争こそが試金石となるのかもしれない。
Yeah, my battle with you is just training.
そのため母親が君にそんな桁違いの力を与えたのであろう。
It's the reason my mother gave you such exceptional power.
お前の母親が、
Yep.
こいつどこまで狂ってやがる。
Yep. Maybe if you hadn't inflicted so much psychological torture on him, he wouldn't be this crazy. There's a thought. Your mother, just how crazy are you?
まあ今日はよく休んだらいいさ。さすがにその怪我じゃ再戦というわけにはいかないだろうからね。
Well, go rest for today. You can't challenge me to a rematch with those wounds. Yeah, what humiliation. Yep, totally laughing. He deserves.
確かに今噂になってるね。
He deserves to be laughed at. Holy shit. That was interesting. That really was interesting.
リンク
Wow.
貼ってうん。レビボット。
俺が
Oh,
あ
okay,
れ
so
って
it's
本
this.
当なのかな。
Oh my god, I love that. Oh yeah, today was fucking good. It really, really was. And my god, I think I gained so much from reading that today. Holy shit. Yeah, this plot is really damn interesting now. It really is. And I am very, very curious on what's going to happen with regards to Takuji, because my god, he is so... It's just so interesting, because in any other plot I've seen before, delusions and a disconnect with reality have meant these people have become worse, and everything that was good about their lives, or bad about their lives, has just got worse. But with Takuji, it's the complete reverse. It is kind of like what he's saying. I mean, he has transcended humanity. He's transcended what's fucking normal. I mean, I have never seen somebody who has been this benefited from delusions. Like Yuki said, if anyone. How has he just suddenly gone from someone with black belt level abilities just because of the fact that he's overcome his delusions and he feels as if he has achieved enlightenment? Let's be honest, that kind of is the impression I'm getting. Yeah, it's fucking interesting. It really is. And my god, it's so, so cool. I'm very, very excited to see how this develops. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Oh my god, I really loved today. I really did. And yeah, Subarashiki Hibi. I mean, to be fair, I was a bit disinterested in chapter 3. I don't know, I just kind of lost my interest when... Okay, actually, I can't really say anything, because when I was a bit burnt out, and when I was listening to Didudu's conversation the first time, I didn't really have the most interest, but then I tried understanding it, and then, oh my god, everything became so good, and then Takuji became mad, and boom, boom. My interest has totally been withdrawn. No, it's totally been returned. It's been given back to me. Aside from that, though, chapter 3 has been such a good chapter. Seriously, I'm really excited to read more. So yeah, see you guys.